Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am born in Cuba in 1953, and I came to the United States when I was almost 6 years old. I've been living in the United States since then. I was Catholic, raised Catholic, went to school all my life, Catholic school. Later, after high school, I wanted to be a nun, and my family was not too happy about it because they wanted grandchildren. So I started learning about other religions, and I met Islam, which had not been taught to me in Catholic school, and I fell in love with it, and here I am, 40-some years later.
How was your life in regards to faith?
Well, my mother was very religious. My father, being a military man, was not religious at all, but my mother was. So she she made sure that I went to Catholic school all the time. I did go to all elementary and high school. I graduated from Catholic school. We had to go to church on Sundays, but the church in the 60s, they had an ecumenical council in Rome, and they changed everything in the church. The nuns were not covered anymore. They could uncover and show their hair and dress shorter. The priests did not have to wear their robes that they wore. And to me, that was a big shock in my life, very big shock, and made me question my religion very much. So since my mother didn't like it, I had to change my mind real fast. And then I told her, okay, maybe I can be a missionary in Africa. And she didn't like that either because I was going to be away from her. We're only two children, my brother that was 10 years older than myself and myself. So she would be losing child, So when I saw that was happening, I said, okay, I have to find another place in my life because I'm not happy where I am. And I started searching religions.
What were the practices that you were doing in a regular ceremony or in general in Catholic churches?
To me, that was horrible of what we had to do. So I didn't like going to the church because of all those idols that were there.
You were praying to idols?
The main ceremony that we would have would be the Mass, where we would go and pray. The priest would be the one that was saying all the prayers. And the book, they would read the Bible in the Mass. At the time I went to school, we were not allowed to read the Bible. We didn't even have Bibles.
Why not?
Maybe because it was too important for us as regular citizens to read. I don't know what was the reason. I never got an answer for that. But I do remember that the first time I had a Bible was in 12th grade. And it wasn't the original Bible. It was the translation and interpretation of someone. So the other rituals were, we used to light candles to the statues of the saints and the angels and the cross, Jesus, with the hung on the cross. And, knowing the 10 commandments, which they teach us, the first commandment is not to associate anything with God. To me, that was horrible of what we had to do. So I didn't like going to the church because of all those idols that were there.